Good morning, everybody. I am glad to have the opportunity to start the day with you. This last weekend in church, we started our new series on the Sermon on the Mount, and I am so looking forward to this. I don't know about you, but in my Bible, this section is all in red, which indicates that these are words that Jesus spoke, and I love it. It's a couple pages of words all in red, and it's the classics. It's the Beatitudes, it's the Lord's Prayer, it's treasures in heaven, don't worry, don't judge, and the wise and the foolish builders. And I think it's going to be so good for all of us to dive into some of these classic passages and to learn and grow together in the Jesus way. And this morning, I want to focus on some of the last verses, actually, of Jesus' sermon. Matthew chapter 7, starting in verse 24. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. This may sound familiar to you. The rain came down and the streams rose and the winds blew and they beat against the house, yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The same storm came. The rains came down, the streams rose, the winds blew, and they beat against the house, and it fell with a crash. I love the reminder that this is about the importance of God's word, not just hearing it, but putting it into practice. But first, we do have to hear it. These words consistently remind us who God is, who Jesus is, what he's done for us. These words will give you the encouragement, the hope, everything you need when all of life seems to be going sideways, or you feel lost, or you're not sure what to do next, or you're just overwhelmed. These are a giant arrow pointing us to Jesus, reminding us that, as the song says, no matter what comes, Christ is our firm foundation. And I love these verses because they remind me of some of my most favorite verses. And I know I always say I have favorite verses, but I have a lot. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32. And Moses speaks these words just before he dies. And he tells the children of Israel, take to heart all the things that I have declared to you, because they are not just idle words for you. They are your life. These are not just idle words for you. They are your life. They point us to the one in whom we have life. Whatever you're facing today, good, sad, hard, busy, uncertain, these are not just idle words for you. They are your life. They are our practice. They are the Jesus way. I encourage you to dive into God's Word as we go through this series. You know, this whole series is just 3 chapters. So maybe try to read these 3 chapters every week or listen to them on a Bible app. Just soak in these words from Jesus. Let's immerse ourselves this summer in the Jesus way. I hope you know how grateful I am, and we all are, for you. Honestly, TLC isn't TLC without you, and I look forward to seeing you at church this weekend.